That's right. Perfect streaming. I monitor the chat over there, and I also monitor audio. This guy's gonna start yelling here in a second.
Mm-hmm. And a pleasant good evening and welcome to Missouri Valley College, Greg Mitchell Field. We have a doubleheader for you tonight in Heart of America Conference Soccer. First of all, the Valley women will take on Central Methodist, and the standings in the Heart very close, especially on the women's side. As we take a look at the standings, Benedictine is 2-0. And then Avila, Missouri Valley, CMU, Mid-America Nazarene, Culver Stockton, and Graceland all 1-1. And Baker is 0-2. So very close in this third game of the conference season, going to be very instrumental to both of these teams tonight. Central Methodist comes in and they like to score some goals. They have scored 51 goals on the year and given up only 9. The Vikings have scored 39 and given up 11. I had a chance to visit with the head coach of the Vikings, Drew Hawkins, just moments ago.
Just a couple of moments, and Coach, you've lost two in a row, but to two very good programs.
Yeah, we lost Ashford has some good players. They don't have the best results this year, but they're a good team, and we had to travel on the road, and it was tough. And Benedictine looks like the best team in conference right now, and we've battled with them, but they were just a little overmatched for us that night. So
how about this Central Methodist team? It looks to me like when I look at the stats, they score a lot of goals.
Yeah, they do. They're scoring a lot of goals. They got a lot of returning kids, and Dan's put together a nice program over the last 4 or 5 years, and so it's going to be a tough match. It's always a tough game. It always seems to be a 2-1 or a 3-2 game, so I'm sure it's not going to be any different tonight.
Look at the conference standings. A lot of teams 1-1.
Yeah, this is why this third game is so big for a lot of teams, because you can kind of separate yourself from everybody and try to stay within that one game of the conference championship. So that's the goal.
Not going to rain, but it's windy. How's that affect play?
It's always windy at Greg Mitchell Field. The way the stadium's set up, it's just always windy. So I think our girls are used to it, hopefully, and hopefully wind shouldn't be an outcome.
2 games this week, Coach. That's kind of unusual this time of year, but 2 big games then, 2 conference games.
2 conference games and 2 home games. So we got to get it done. Next 5 days, we got to get done.
Coach, good luck tonight.
Thanks, sir.
All right, so there's Drew Hawkins talking to us about this game tonight, or this match tonight, and again, Avila Saturday night. By the way, we'll have both tonight, and we'll have both on Saturday night for you as part of the homecoming weekend, and we'll be talking about that as we go along tonight as well. CMU in their dark green with the white numerals and the white trim. The Vikings in their white with the purple and orange trim, with the orange numerals on the back. Irene Sanchez will be in goal for the Vikings. And in goal for the Central Methodist Eagles will be Sam Savio. Savio, taking a look at her numbers, has started 11 of the 12 matches this year, has given up 8 goals. Sanchez has given up 10 goals on the year. So they are the 2 goalies, Savio and Sanchez. We're underway, and it's going to be a long night of soccer here at Greg Mitchell. Of course, Central Methodist located in Fayette, not all that far from here, 40 miles or so. Viking starting lineup. Jordy Retzlaff, or rather for CMU, Jody Retzlaff, Tori Rose, Bola Adioba, Rebecca Mackey, Bailey Bellers, Jamie Credit, Nikki Noreen, Jenny Ratzliff, Lindsay Boyer, Sam Savio, we talked about her, and Kelsey Van Zant. That is the starting lineup. Vikings, Kendra Clammers in the lineup as the Vikings, for the first time in this match, CMU gets into Viking territory, but So CMU with the possession as they move right to left. Vikings had that ball in CMU territory, but couldn't do much with it. Now this one goes out by the CMU bench, be thrown back in by Valley. And here's the throw in front of the Viking bench now, and CMU will let that one go out. And that is Rebecca Mackey. So here's the throw in for the Eagles. We play on the near side of the field. Vikings now with the throw in. And that'll be Fuente. Belina Fuente sends it in. And it goes out on the south end of Greg Mitchell Field, just underway. No score. Corner kick coming for the Vikings. The first corner kick that we've had in this match. Andrea Garcia with the corner kick with the right foot sends it in. Vikings try to head it, but it's knocked away by one of the Eagle defenders. Vikings keep possession, send it in again, and this one goes wide right. As Savio watched that one go wide. So Savio will clear it out. She'll be kicking it into a pretty brisk northerly breeze tonight. Boy, the wind really came up about 4:30 or 5 o'clock. Here come the Vikings on the move again as they'll send it into the left side, and the shot stopped by Savio. So a decent shot taken by Kendra Clammers, but Savio was right there. And that wind certainly will play somewhat of a factor in this match tonight. Here come the Eagles as they'll send it in. And this one's going to go out. Last touch by one of the Eagles. And that was Nikki Noreen. So a throw in for the Vikes right by the CMU bench. Whistle stops playing. They tell her to go back a little further. And the overhead throw up the sideline. Vikings try to keep it in there, but it'll go out in CMU's possession. And there's Lindsay Boyer. Chance to talk to her dad before the game. This one is out. Lindsay will throw it in again right in front of the Viking bench. And she'll send it in. Vikings try to take it away. Boyer with it, sends it in, headed away by the Vikings. Boyer keeps it alive, gives it off to Noreen. Battle for possession about midfield as Retzlaff has it for the Eagles. Now the Vikings get control, and here is Blasco. Fires it in deep left side. There's a try to center it. That was Calvo. Calvo still with control of it. Now sends it back in. Vikings may have a shot here, and it's just wide to the left. And now it is in. The Vikings with a save, and they knock it in. I thought that was going to go out, but the Vikings were there, and they knocked that one in, and I believe it was Clammers. Kendra Clammers got the goal. It looked like that was going to go out, and Kendra was there on the left side. She was over there along with Andrea Garcia, and the Vikings put it in. So a quick score. 5 minutes in. And for Kendra Clammers, that is her 5th goal and 3 assists. So a quick score for the Vikings in the first 5 minutes. Clammers, one of the seniors on this team. Now CMU trying to work defensively. Here come the Vikings again. And coming out of goal and making a sliding save was Savio. The Vikes put the pressure on. Savio will send it down about midfield. CMU trying to work it up the left side, but Credit's left-footed boot went out right in front of her coach. Dan Schmidlin, the head coach, in his 7th year. He coached both squads for several years, just coaching the women this year. They're 8-1-3, 1-1 in the league, and had a real nice 3-0 win over Avila their last time out. Here's the throw in. Vikings have that early lead. Here they come again, putting the pressure on. And the offside is going to be called as Martinez going to Blasco, and little offside. So here's the boot. Headed back by Calvo. Vikings will have possession. Right about midfield. Leading 1-0 early on, 38 minutes to go in the first half. And she'll send it in. Vikings try to sneak it through, trying to get that one to Martinez. But pass goes by her, and it's gathered in by Savio. Savio, the goalie on this team, is from St. Louis, went to Incarnate Word Academy. Vikings will have a throw in, and Lafuente will do that. She's been very busy. Swings it, gets it in the corner, and now it's knocked away by one of the Eagles. Drew Hawkins shouting out encouragement to his club. Lafuente will throw it in again, a little deeper this time on the right side. Tries to center it. It's headed up in the air by one of the Eagle defenders. Now the Eagles trying to get possession, and they will have that. A foul called on the Vikings. 1-0, 37 minutes to go in the first half. Savio fires this one deep, trying to get it to Retzlaff on the left side, and that goes out, but it was knocked out by one of the Vikings. So Boyer will throw it in right by the CMU bench, right by her coach. And she just flips it in. Now they try to get back to the middle. Do the Eagles, trailing 1-0. Retzlaff sends it up the left side, and the Vikings will allow this one to go out. That is Panuma. Danielle Panuna, she's out of Fresno, California. Lafuente will, a very busy young lady with another throw in. Most of the action has been on this side, the near side, as we look down on the pitch. Haley Ennis tries to get it to a teammate, and it'll be Viking possession. Or excuse me, CMU possession. Ball put in play by Adiaba. Vikings try to chase it down. It'll go out. And it'll be, again, Viking possession. Leading 1-0. We're at the 35-minute mark of the first half. Kendra Clammers with the only goal. Now this one is out. Vikings will have possession. As I mentioned, this CMU team coming into this, it scored 51 goals. The Vikings 39. So here's Lafuente's throw in up the sideline. And trying to gather it in for the Vikings is Garcia. She loses it. The Eagles bring it back up, and it's knocked out, I believe, by Garcia. Swing it in to the Eagles. Vikings take it away. Lafuente with it, looking to get it back to the middle of the field with the right foot. And she has an opening. Now tries to pass it through a couple of defenders. Knocked away, but the Vikings keep control. Ball about midfield, and the Vikings will have it there. Send it back in. And this is going to be ruled onside. And here's the kick, and it is good. Is it onside? It is. So the Vikings take a quick 2-0 lead, and that one off the foot of Maria Blasco. Well, I thought for a moment it was going to be offside. The Vikes had a 2-on-0, and Blasco put it in the left corner. So it's 2-0, 11 minutes into this one. So the Vikings scoring a goal in the first 5 minutes and a goal here in the second 5 minutes of this action. And a lot of teams at 1-1 in the league, as I mentioned. Benedictine is 2-0, and then everybody else 1-1 with the exception of Baker. They're 0-2. So this third game tonight, and everyone playing tonight, these are big games, kind of separate some people in this conference. Vikings, both men and women, will take on Avila Saturday night as part of homecoming. Here's the throw in. Vikes off to a great start. Now the Eagles trying to get something going. Retliff tries to chase it down into the corner, keeps it in. Her centering kick is knocked away by one of the Vikings, and the Vikes will take over. Battle for possession about midfield, and the young lady who just scored the goal, Blasco with the kick, and now the Eagles have it. Here's Credit. Credit gives it back to Noreen. Noreen sends it in. And it goes by the defender, Sanchez will pick it up. Lorena Sanchez. And she'll send it back all the way to midfield. Ball headed in. The defenders are back for the Eagles. Battle for possession about midfield. The Eagles will have possession. They'll send it back in. Vikings take it away again. 2-0. We're about 32 minutes to go in this first half. Here come the Vikings again. Send it in the left side, but that pass is long, and Adioba watches it go out. Out of play. So Savio, again out of St. Louis, will send this one in, and she's kicking into a very strong breeze, so that makes it out about 40 yards from the goal, and that's it. Vikings keep it in. They work left side. That's the far side as we look down on the pitch. And the Vikings continue to move it around. Now knocked away by one of the Eagles. They'll send it up their right side. They try to get on the attack here. 31-41 to go in the first half. Vikings cannot take it away. The Eagle attack continues. They'll center one. Sanchez comes out about 5 yards in front of the goal and grabs that one. Arenas from Barcelona, Spain. Wind behind her, and you can tell the difference. She drills this one to midfield. It's headed away by one of the Eagles, and it'll go out of bounds right at the Eagle bench. So the Vikings will have a throw in there. La Fuente's been very busy. And here's her throw in. Ball chip headed out right by the Viking bench. So La Fuente will do it again. Be tired. 30 minutes to go in the first half. This one headed away, but it goes back to goal, and it's going to be picked up there by Savio. Savio brings it out to about 20 yards out. Gets into this one. This will go out in front of the Eagle bench. 30 minutes to go in the first half. 2-0. Vikings with a lead. We'll have both matches for you tonight. The Eagles with possession. Good catch on the Viking sideline. Boyer will throw it in. Boyer waits as the Eagles try to get set here. Battle for it about midfield, and that ball went up in the air. You can see the effects of the wind. Took it back toward the Viking bench.
Also, there's a bug in the lower part of the screen, so make sure you sit down a little bit more than usual. Because the feet should not sit
And this one goes out.
above the bottom. Like that.
Another throw in for the Vikes, leading 2-0. Send this one in on the right side. Loose in the corner. It'll go out. Let's see what the call is going to be. Should be a corner kick. Andrea Garcia with the corner kick. Vikes already leading 2-0. Garcia, right-footed, sends it in, and the Vikings headed toward the goal. They keep it in, and the Eagles finally get it out, but it goes right to Garcia. She'll, on the right side, take it into the corner right side. Tries to beat the defender there. It goes out. So another corner kick coming for Garcia. Garcia puts the ball down and sends it in, knocked away by the Eagles. And here's a long shot by Garcia, and she scores. Oh my, she was 25 yards out on the right side and just let it fly and sends it in. Wow, it's 3-0. No one expected that. As she sent that one in from deep on the left side. Wow, the Vikings with quite a first half here, leading 3-0. So they're in pretty good shape, to say the least, in this one. Ball goes out. And it'll be a throw in for the Vikings right about midfield. And she throws it in. Headed away. CMU is going to really have to do some work now. We saw some sunshine back to the west of us. Cleared off nicely this evening. 3-0 already, 27 minutes to go in the first half. I really didn't expect this out of these two teams. Good centering pass. The Vikings keep it in. And finally, it's cleared out by Jenny Retzlaff. Retzlaff off to Noreen. Swing it up the right side. There's a foul. And one of the CMU players is down on the far side. Where was it? And I believe that was Kelsey Van Zandt. Kelsey's out of Troy, Missouri. Already 3-0. Homecoming week, we'll talk about some of those events coming up. Of course, some of the events tomorrow. It's Pink Day. In fact, all month, we're pink on Wednesdays in support to cure breast cancer. Also as part of homecoming activities tomorrow. And then Thursday, Friday actually is when things really get going. Here's a shot blocked right in front. And now whistle stops play.
Offside. The flag never went up.
They call it offside, I think.
That wasn't offside. Take two.
But Sanchez was lying in front of the goal. And the Eagles took a couple of whacks at it, didn't score, and then official came in and stopped play. Well, here's the kick by Sanchez. The Eagles need to find something in a hurry here, down three goals in the first half. In the first 20 minutes, here come the Vikings again on the run, trying to get it through that defense. All loose on the sideline. The Vikings will let it go out. It'll be Vikes will have control. And Martinez knew that, so she just let it go out. So here's the throw in. Trying to throw it deep right side. Boyer's over there to knock it away. So another throw in coming. And here's a centering pass. The Vikings keep it alive, knocked away again by one of the defenders. Good defense that time by the Eagles, but the Vikings send it right back in. They're keeping the pressure on here. Calvo tried to send it back in. And now whistle. And possession will be to CMU. 3-0 Vikings. 24.5 minutes to go in the first half. Ball to midfield. Will be out again, and Coach Smedlin doesn't seem to be too happy down there on the sideline. La Fuente will throw it in. Most of the action has been on our side, which would be for the Vikings, their right side, as they attack. And been much on the far side. So corner kick coming for Valley. I believe it's Martinez. She scored the last goal after a rebound off a corner kick. Trying to get that ball placed just properly. She does. And she'll send it in, and the Vikings mistime their leap, but they're going to keep it in play. Goes all the way across. Valley keeps it in. Good footwork on the far side. Now they'll center it. It's ball's loose. Kicked up in the air by Adeoba. The Eagles can't clear it. And now it goes out. Vikings will have possession. 23 minutes to go in the half. On the far side, it's Martinez. And she sends it in. Vikings try to get another shot on goal. This one is sent out. .22.5 minutes to go in the first half. These teams all tied for second, so big match here in the third conference game. Eagles deep. Now they bring it up their right side. The Eagles have not had too many attacks tonight. Viking defense has been solid, and it will be again here. They're going to send it all the way back to Sanchez, and she comes up with the left foot and sends it to midfield where it's headed away. Here come the Vikings again. Blasco tried to send a pass through a couple of defenders, couldn't do it. But again, the Viking defense up to the task, and they'll go to control at midfield, send it in. That'll be offside. Yeah, it was an easy one to call. Winding down to 20 minutes to go here in the first half. Men's game coming up after this one. Again, a 3-0 lead for the Vikings early in this one. Send this one deep. Viking defenders are there. CMU trying to keep it alive. Now the Vikings send it in, but hustling back there is Adioba. Vikings working that right side, and there's another offside. But up 3-0. Midway in the first half. So here's the ball in the Eagles' end. They'll send it back out. Good play by LaFuente to keep it in for the Vikings. Now Tora Rose, young lady out of Troy, had it for a moment. Now the Vikings have another breakaway, and here's the shot and a good save. Blasco had the angle and coming out of goal to make the save, and a good save it was, a Savio. She came out, she cut down the angle and reached out and was able to slap it away. So Martinez, with 19:31 to go, will have the corner kick. And she'll send it in, and this one will float behind the net. Got up in that wind. We're down to the 19-minute mark of the first half, 3-0. Savio with a good save, and that was an important one, already down 3-0. She could ill afford to give up another goal. The Vikings, or if the Eagles have any chance at all here. Winchell. Good footwork by Winchell. Eagles will have possession here after a foul on one of the Vikings. Adioba sends it in deep. The Vikings headed away. The Eagles trying to keep it in. They need some offense. 18 minutes to go in the half. Vikings have possession. Drew Hawkins has to be pleased with what he has seen here in the first half. Vikings kind of playing a little keep away now. And this one goes out. LaFuente couldn't control it. Warrior will throw it in right in front of her own bench. Lindsey Boyer out of Moberly, a junior nursing student. Sent in with the right foot, headed away by one of the Viking defenders, and it goes out. And I believe that was Madison Dean. Dean, one of the defenders. Michelle Plowman, of course, is out there. For this corner kick by the Eagles. Here it is. They send it in. Good job, the Eagles able to get to it, but they are unable to get a shot on goal. They still have possession of it. Now that's blocked by one of the Vikings. Comes back to swing it around to the right side. The Eagles trying to keep the pressure on here, but the Viking defenders doing a pretty good job. Now the Vikings have control of it. They'll send it deep. There's no offside, but getting there first was Rebecca Mackey. Vikings with a pretty impressive first half. Clammer's fighting for possession of that. Still loose. Vikings do get it, and they'll send one in, but unable to catch up with it. 16 minutes to go in the half. 3-0 Vikings. We can just see when that ball goes up into that strong breeze, it just doesn't go anywhere. You throw in for the Vikings right in front of their own bench. Lafuente tries to throw it in the corner right side, headed away. Vikings still with possession. Good job of splitting the double team. And, boy, that was sweet. And here's a shot, and it's too high. Well, that was sweet by Bustos. Laura Bustos Martinez. Boy, some nice footwork to get by a defender, but then her pass and the shot attempt was high. $15 minutes to go in the half. Vikings up 3-0. Here they come again. That's Ennis. Back to midfield, but Calvo controls it there. Vikings are going to go to the bench. Colleen McComish is going to come in at the next opportunity, and also Riley Kerr will check in. Well, a few more than that. This coach going to bench. Blaze Pizzini will check in as well. This coach will go to his bench here with the 14-minute mark of the first half. Vikings with possession. Had a gal on the right side, but couldn't get it to her. Now this one will go out right in front of the CMU bench, right in front of Dan Schmidden. And this one is headed out. 13 and a half minutes to go, first half. 3-0 Vikings. Here's the throw in, headed away by Lafuente. Boyer will have the throw in. Headed back, headed out again. Valley scored in the first 5 minutes on a goal by Clammers. And then Blasco had a goal, and then a nice long shot by Martinez. Make it 3-0 for the Vikings. Inma Martinez, a young lady who's just very talented, unfortunately. ACL injury out for the year for the Vikings, in case you're wondering why you haven't heard from Inma Martinez, a young lady out of Madrid, Spain. Had a ACL injury and operation, so she's out for the year. Drew thought she could have been an All-American. Under 12 and a half minutes to go in the first half. We'll take a break between the halves and be back with the second half on livestream.com on the Viking Sports Network. Vikings would like to go to that locker room with at least this 3-goal lead. Trying to sneak by a couple of defenders. Nikki Noreen out of Bartlett, Illinois. Now the Eagles still maintaining control. Winchell has it. Sends it up the left side. Viking defenders are back there. Now Sanchez comes out and she'll take control of it and pick it up before Jody Retzlaff gets back there. Jody's from O'Fallon. Sanchez, Barcelona, Spain. 11 and a half minutes to go. Send this one to midfield. Vikings will have possession. Vikes going to their bench. Alyssa Metter is going to check in. Also, I mentioned Pizzini will come in. Andrea let's see who else is going to check in. We get a chance. Looks like Bree Lacey will come in. Vikings with control of this one. Nice pass to the left side for Clammers, but she was offside. Nice footwork, nice pass. Clammers coming from the left side. She already has one goal, but ruled offside.